If you're looking for an investment that can survive economic downturns, then this is definitely worth a look. During the 2009 recession and the 2020 pandemic, when almost everything came to a stop, skincare and anti-aging product sales actually increased. Plus, sales are projected to skyrocket over the next 5 years. If you're looking for a product with an impressive profit margin, then consider that the actual cost in 1.5 ounces of moisturizing age control cream is around $4, and that same product is being sold for hundreds and even thousands of dollars. This is your opportunity to invest in a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Hello, my name is Rodriguez, and I am a cosmetic formulator. Chemical brain, no, I wouldn't say that, but just a cosmetic formulator. Back in the days, right before Castro came, I'm a Cuban, born in Cuba. Then my dad took me to, I think we had a neighbor that had like a lab or a small factory, and he took me there. And I remember, I think he was working with vanilla, maybe filling vanilla bottles or possibly reconstituting vanilla from the bean. But also he had some colognes in 5-gallon, I remember 5-gallon bottles, like water bottles, and I like that. So I guess he saw that, and he gave me little bottles, and I took the bottles home. And in those days, we had it made. And I asked the maid, do you have any food colorant that I can put inside the bottles? And she did that. She gave me some food colorant, and I made the bottles, made a big mess. The bottles were yellow, nice thing. I like that kind of chemistry. I like the cosmetic chemistry. But years later, of course, Castro comes, I go to Miami, and then I was working in a paint factory as a paint technician. They asked me to make a lacquer that was pink. And of course, nail polish is lacquer. It's a lacquer-based product. It was a nice pink, and it just gave me the idea, why don't I try to develop a nail polish formula? But I didn't know anything about it. I started to research, and in those days, whatever research was available, which was not much in 1971, and then I figured out that most, if not all, of the nail polish available, all the pigments settle at the bottom. The night before she would do her nails, had to leave the bottles upside down, shake them up the next day, and then use them. In those days, a gentleman up north who was manufacturing nail polish in bulk figured out a way so the pigments would stay in suspension and not settle. So the industry changed. I think he was selling to everybody, the big guys, and so basically whatever nail polish you bought, it was only the same thing. They did their own different colors. I got the idea, why don't I try to develop a formula that will do the same thing? And I had no idea how hard it was, but it took me 208 experiments. I was working 5 days a week at the paint factory. Then I would come home. I was in Miami, and instead of going to the beach, I was working 7 days a week to try to come up with a formula that I did not know if I could make any money from it. I just did it. What you do is I would make up the formula, wait a couple of days, put the colors in it, and then check the next morning for settling. And 207 times it settled. Then 208th time it didn't. I said, oh man, I got a nail polish formula. Well, what am I going to do with it? So once I knew a guy that would visit my daddy. He had a grocery store, a small grocery store in Miami, and I knew he had a big firm in Cuba that he was selling colognes and all of that. Of course, he came with his formulas, and I asked him, do you want, I can show you how to make nail polish. And he said, well, he had a business selling to the Dominican Republic. He said, no, I need lipstick. I said, well, I didn't tell him I didn't know anything about lipstick, but I started to work in lipstick. So worked on it. The first time it was so soft, it was like butter. The next time it was harder, like a piece of chalk. Worked on it until I got it good. So I was able to show them for Dominican Republic how to make lipstick. They did very well with it. And then show people, started to learn how to make every cosmetic that I could. You figure it out, we did it, right? And then show customers all in Central America, and in Venezuela, and in Santo Domingo, the Dominican Republic, and how to make products. These people had factories, but they didn't know how to make products. So with the nail polish, there was this very ambitious company in South America, and they were a paint manufacturing company, and they wanted to sell nail polish to all of the nail polish manufacturers in South America, sell them the lacquer. So they bought my technology to do that. So that went on for many years. Jump back now, I leave Miami, come to North Carolina, and in the mid-'80s, I got the idea. Panama Jack was big. There was the story with Ron Rice in Hawaiian Tropic, and he made a lot of money making suntan products. And I said, I don't want to do that. So we made suntan products, And the name was Coco Willie. It is sold real well. That industry, well, not necessarily what I wanted to do, because those products, number one, at the end of the year, you have to take them back and you have to pay them back. But anyway, it sold real well. And the last thing, I sold the company to somebody. We noticed that for fundraising, it did real well in the schools. They sold that, so I kept that in mind. So years later, this company wanted, this local people wanted to, for me to formulate a line for fundraising only. So we did 10 products. The last product was a moisturizing cream for the face, and it sold real well at a pretty good high price in 1991. So after that, I started another type of business, and that they went on with that. Not too long ago, my wife was putting something under her eyes for dark circles and crow's feet. And I said, well, let me look to see what it's got inside. And I said, well, honey, there's nothing inside that I know will work. And he said, well, why don't you make something? So we developed a line of 24 products that are basically the best I know how to make. The industry is just a marketing thing. For example, vitamin C is good. Yes, so let's put vitamin C in everything. And I was going to show you folks something, this, if I can turn this back. This is probably, I'm not going to show you who it is, but this is a, this is 1 ounce product. This is a serum, vitamin C serum. And this particular one sells for $166. Okay, now the product is supposed to be clear. And now you will see the product is orange. Well, so what happens is vitamin C oxidizes with oxygen, with the air. So after about a week, it's going to be orange. On your face, after wearing it a day, your face is going to be lightly orange. And it doesn't work. When it oxidizes, it doesn't work. And so they recommend, listen, buy it. When it starts turning orange, throw it away, get another one. Okay, so more power to them. Good marketing, right? More power to them. So we formulated one, which is this one. And then this was made already almost a year ago, okay? Clear. Well, so what we're gonna do and what we wanna do, by the way, this is another competitor. These are big companies, more power to them, no criticism, okay? So these ones, this one you can get only by, on of course the internet, and this one you can buy at high dollar stores. This was clear when you bought it. The bottom line is, when I make a product, I want to make the best product that I know how to make. I want a product that works. You go to the resources like the NCBI, which is the United States government, and basically they tell you what ingredients work and what they don't, the ones that are bad. So we formulate a product the best we know how, so it can stay stable for at least a year. Another big thing is Proposition 65. It's in California, and it is a good idea. Proposition 65 is any chemical known to man that can cause cancer. It's a long list of products. So what we do is we formulate a line of products that do not have any Proposition 65 chemicals. This particular, the first one that I showed you, has 3 or 4 chemicals. 2 of them are the ingredients in antifreeze. Okay, so listen. So at these levels, I don't know what they're going to do to you, but I know we're not going to do that. So we're going to make products that are safe to the best of our knowledge. We're going to make products with ingredients that there has been some research, some good research, that establishes that they work. So we're going to do it honestly, and we're not going to do it to make money, but we're going to do it honestly. And speaking of making money, okay, and I have to say this, and I realize this is for potential investors, but this particular product here that sells for $166, including the bottle, probably costs $3 to make, probably. Ours would be a little more expensive because it's got more expensive, but maybe 4 or 5. So this is that particular industry, which is, anti-aging industry. The markups are fabulous. We're looking for somebody. We can put the product, we can make the product. We're looking for an investor that can help us with the marketing and can help us sell the product. We're going to make the very best we can. One more thing, and this is very important. Most of the cosmetic companies, they use silicones. Silicones are very stable. It comes from sand, basically, but they are inert. Silicones are basically like caulking. Nothing goes through it. Good idea. Well, because in cosmetics, stability 2 years with silicones, right? The only problem is they block the pores. The skin is supposed to be. When they block the skin, you're going to get blackheads because it's not working right. We do not put any silicones. So anyway, we're going to make the best we can. What we have now is we went ahead and got a trade name for Rodrie, R-O-D-R-I-E. You can go to rodrie.com and see our website. It's a very nice website. We also have a nice Facebook site. So that is a starting point right now for an investor. The website is there. It tells you basically the same things I have told you. What makes our products different from everybody else, because I know there is competition. Rodrie.com. We're hoping and praying that Rodrie will be a factor in the anti-aging industry. Call me at 828-443-9907. Email me at otto@rodrie.com. RODRIE.com.